Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Minnesota Twins and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get started. Today's starting pitcher, Sawyer Gipson-Long. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is...
Sawyer Gipson-Long actually getting to start an outing for once. Former Tiger Willie Castro leading off and a dot of a first pitch strike. Hey, it's not my topic. I didn't bring it up. Not my concern.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Change up for Gipson-Long, at times a bit problematic. Hey, speaking of problematic, middle cutter. Down the line and right, and a leadoff double for Willie Castro. That's a shame. Fastball was good, that first pitch, and, you know, a change-up. If you're going to miss, might as well just miss way out of the zone. But, yeah, bad little backdoor cutter there early on. Probably not a very good pitch to try and go to, so we'll try and put that in the bag against the left-handers.
Recently under the Mendoza line so far this month.
Oh, God.
There's a strike. Bride matched a homer in his
Just imagine I get served papers for Twitch chat.
That one quickly 0-2. And the count is 0-2.
Problem is, we've used probably our two best pitches. And that's a ground ball and a base hit. Wenzel Perez throw. This might be a close play here. Dingler laid on the tag. It is 1-0 Twins.
Well done, drives in
To the first base side, and Jonah Bride here, two batters in, makes it 1-0 Minnesota.
So many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Would have been a close play with a little bit of a better throw, but still overall not bad. That's a decent pitch there from Gipson-Long as well. Not really upset with that too much.
This to third.
Gonna go foul.
Ball.
Trey Sweeney over there today.
He makes not just on offense but defense as
In his last game with the Tigers for the moment, Correa chases Perez back for the first out finally. We can limit the damage to just that one run. We can leave this first inning feeling relatively good.
A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases.
Another team without a 300 hitter.
Runners on base.
The Green Monster.
They had plenty of chances. Wow. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves.
That's a nickname.
Offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out
what's Lewis generally a problem for us here in Tigers franchise. Hoping
so if
that's
you
not
get
the
those
case
opportunities
today.
In this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
1-1.
Change up, batter edge, fouled away.
Man at first, one away. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Another problem that we do tend to have with Gipson-Long is not really a lot of pitches you're going to put guys away with.
And there's a ball.
Having that issue right now. 2-2 on Royce Lewis. Wow. Well, you can put away anybody with any pitch if they're just going to be willing to take it. Here's Matt Wallner. We allowed a run in the first inning with Gipson-Long. We didn't even do that yesterday with Dietrich Enns. Chased it. Should be playable for Gleyber Torres. Lead off double. Scored on the next. Scored in the next at bat from Jonah Bride. Makes it 1-0 Minnesota, but no further damage.
Exclusively on the show.
I said, limit it. Leave that first inning. Not happy about it, but not complete doom and gloom.
And towing the slab here,
Bailey Ober, 6-7 on the year, 3.6 ERA, pretty low whip. as well. But the strikeout rate is relatively low, so maybe a silver lining there with that. We might be able to put some balls in play here today. Parker Meadows back in the lineup today. Kind of at that inconvenient time of day here at Comerica Park, which does make it tough to see.
And here it comes.
2-0.
And another ball.
Of course, it's already very tough to see when all of a sudden you're very tired, like I just felt right now.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
2-1.
Good fastball, a little bit out in front on that. Slowed that down to 91. Little slicer, opposite field, and drops in. Fastball, middle of the plate, 92. Parker just a little bit behind it.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense.
Yeah.
Speed on first.
So digging in, Kerry Carpenter. Right now,
I don't think I've ever played
RBI
Superstar mode long enough to even
League.
get a new
He's
contract.
been huge this season.
Ooh.
And there's a foul
Carpenter
ball.
just missed that one.
Meadows
Couldn't really
on
tell you
first.
how.
Nobody out.
It's not often he does.
Swing and a miss, and that's
Might have been
strike two.
behind that thing, thinking we were going to get something else, and yes, we were. That's 0-2 on Carpenter.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy
That I've
pitch to
done
hit.
before,
It's much
but
easier
not
to
in a
do
while.
damage against mistakes.
I don't even know if I did that
but
on
that's not
stream.
what that pitch was.
0-2.
That
One
misses
ball.
the
And
zone.
1-2 on
Ball
Carpenter.
one. Runner at first with no outs
41
here.
home runs on the year now, which is just batshit, given that we're not even to July yet.
And
Woo!
a swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
Okay, that's uncommon.
Here's Riley Green. 2 hits for him in
Good
yesterday's
timing
game.
whiff, 92, middle in. There on Carpenter.
Swung
And
on,
Green
popped
pops
up on the
it straight up in the infield.
Lewis.
Well, Parker Meadows got on base. The guys that we
And it's
usually
caught
rely
for the out.
upon to bring in the leadoff base runner.
Let's take a check
Not
of the
doing it
Tigers
so
lineup.
far here today.
And this is a dangerous group, Chris. Top to bottom,
Yeah.
loaded with players who can barrel up the baseball. A lot of high exit velocities.
That's why I was glad to
and that all results
be
in a
able to
club
force
that's
my way
leading
out
the
of
league in
Pittsburgh
slugging
so
percentage
easily,
right now.
only to get put on equally as bad Tampa Bay.
Got to
But
be
still.
ready from the very first pitch of each and every at bat, because these hitters, they're ready to jump all
One on,
over
two
you,
away
and
for
they've got the
Torkelson.
swing speed, the velocity through the zone.
Sending
however
Meadows
you
here
wanna
first
measure
pitch.
it, to hit the
Runner takes off. There's
Could be a
ball.
close play at second base. Not a very good throw.
Way too late, safe there.
Looks like
And
they tried to
1-0
answer back
on
that
Torre.
run they gave up in the top of the first by being aggressive on the base
6
pass.
stolen
I like
base
that,
for
especially
Parker
early in
Meadows.
this ballgame. Be aggressive while you can and see if it leads to some type of big inning.
Woo.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Can't see it. It's a really good slider at the knees, though. Changeup, damn.
2 outs and 1 in scoring
All
position.
right, well, we've dug ourselves a little bit of a hole here.
That one
That's outside.
just misses the outside corner.
I was
And it's
expecting
2-2.
that pitch to be up above the zone, not away, so thought about a swing. Make it
Outside.
full. Slider never really came all that close. And the 3-2.
Out there
Into
to
center, long run for Buxton. Oh, it dropped!
Runner
Meadows
for
around
second.
30
It's
scores.
an RBI
And it is
single.
1-0.
It's
1-1 rather.
Starting over again, all tied up. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the
Oh my goodness, Byron Buxton out there in center field. You're so... Actually, that might not be Byron Buxton.
Runner at first
Looked
with
like
2
Willie
away.
Castro to me.
Torres up to the plate.
So used to just center field against the Twins being no fly zones, but not there.
Oh, he doesn't
Ball
get the
1 to
call.
Torres.
Ball 1. Torres went deep in his most recent game.
Nah,
And that is out of play.
not a pitch we really should be trying to do anything
Ball game is
with.
still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Gleyber gets a piece, 1 and 2.
Good pitches so far here to Torres from Bailey Ober. This will be his 20th of the inning. Everything right around some edges here, so let's see where he goes. Up high.
First offering misses, and the count is even, 2 and 2.
How badly does he want it? Down low, make it full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first.
You got Dylan Dingler due up next, who's just been so clutch last couple weeks.
So
up high, and a walk.
And 2 outs.
Well, they're really running up the pitch.
So bring up the 6th batter of the inning.
This team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball.
Dylan Dingler.
And here's the catcher, Dylan Dingler.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately.
And a little flutterer into right field. That one has fallen.
Here comes the
Throw home, nowhere near in time. 2-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. He clearly didn't catch that one.
Not usually a bloop kind of team, but so far here in the first inning against the Twins, yes, we are.
Have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Wenzel Perez up now for the Tigers.
So now runners on the corner, still 2 away.
Working on an 8-game hitting streak.
Ground ball, that is by, base hit. Score another run. Make it 3-1.
Back-to-back base hits.
When does this ever happen for us?
The infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can.
Not a single home run. We're playing small ball today.
First and second, 2 outs.
But we had said that. I mean, Bailey Ober, you looked at the strikeout rate, noticed it was low. He was going to be pitched to contact, and man, balls are finding holes right now.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0 to Trey Sweeney. His final game as a Tiger for the moment. Tomorrow he'll be optioned to AAA as Matt Vierling returns.
He just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Fastball for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had
11 balls, 15 strikes, 26 pitches in for Ober.
And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken back as you jog back to the dugout.
Now we're doing better IRL with Sweeney than, or we're doing better in game rather than IRL for Sweeney. Yep, Trey is getting optioned. There it is. One of the best pitches Ober threw in, honestly, about his last 20. Wait, a runner on first and 2 out. And then the floodgates opened a little bit. 3 runs in the first for Detroit. Yeah. Sidney Sweeney.
Back here in Detroit.
He'll probably be back at some point.
This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
So here is Buxton.
And he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
I bunted on a good bit against the Oakland Athletics, so maybe we'll be a little bit more ready for it.
Try and use the bunt really as a way
1-1.
to beat the shift.
Go
in the dirt, 2-1.
Byron's got home run power, though. Got to be careful. That one carrying on Perez.
Right field.
For the first out.
That is 7. The catcher, Ryan Jeffers.
One way to bounce back, though, for sure. Leadoff double in the top half of the inning. Scored. Tigers just come back like nothing. A half inning later.
And that one clips the corner.
Best cutters of the day for Sawyer Gibson.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter-friendly than most. He's
not really sure what's kind of glitching out over there in foul territory on the right side. Jeffers fouls another away. Haven't dropped a changeup on him yet, though. That one, that could be trouble. Perez, good play off the carom, but he double pumped the throw. It'll be the Minnesota Twins' second double of the day.
Still able to
This
come
time
through
with
behind
one
in the
away,
count right
Ryan
there.
Jeffers.
Pretty good changeup on the outside corner, but he did exactly what you're supposed to do with that pitch. See it deep and keep your hands inside.
Stayed back so long. Came through with some good power.
Here's Trevor Larnach.
Winslow didn't really have much of a chance once he pumped that throw.
Ball one there.
He really can't see anything because even the umpire in his stance
Gibson Long winds and deals.
can't see shit. That is big time trouble. Trevor Larnach off the right center field wall. Wenzel Perez never got an animation on the ball. That'll be 3 bases for Trevor Larnach.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice line.
I guess I kind of thought that ball was going to bounce off the wall a little bit harder.
That's the key. You still have to extend
And
the baseball
it didn't.
in order to hit a line drive like that.
So you hate to allow that.
And now for the Twins,
Edouard Julien.
That one to first.
Looks like we're going to be in a battle with the Twins here today.
One away with a runner at third.
To center.
It's
It's going to tie the game. Meadows carried way back here for out number 2. Wild throw, but it doesn't matter.
He scores on the sac fly. It's 3-3.
Sometimes all you got to do is
If we do anything, it'd probably be Road to the Show or Dega or something.
Less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play and a nice job with the sac
Probably
fly.
not Mudcats tonight.
Back to the top
Think about
of the
that.
lineup. Now it's the Twins.
Maybe
DH,
tomorrow? I
Willie
don't know.
Castro. Fastball is outside.
Ball 1 to Willie Castro. Led off the game with a double. On a pitch very similar to that.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the second. That one misses, and a count 2-1.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
Threw that pitch as good as we could have.
Still
didn't go.
right there, and boy, umpire didn't give him the call.
All right, we'll go
If he throws it
3-2.
again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
Hey.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
35 pitches deep for Gibson Long. Change up taken for strike 3.
And the inning is over.
Well, the Twins come right back 2 here in the second inning and tie the game.
No one left on. We go to the
Both teams 3 runs on 4 hits through an inning and a half. Could be a wild one here tonight.
Back at Comerica Park, digging in.
8 men to the plate in the first inning. So Javi Baez leads off.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, after scoring runs,
Probably
this is where you're
not.
looking for
I would
that
guess not.
shutdown inning, get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Actually, I would think maybe so. I mean, those
Looks like
series
just
finished
sizing him up there.
in about a
Really
week
good
of each
pitch to
other.
hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be
And
the
this
pitch
low,
that he
1 and
turns
2
on.
on Baez. 2 pretty good pitches to hit, but didn't get a great look at him.
And the slider just misses.
Really good slider. He's up there.
Yeah, I think
just
it started at
hoping that it
7 or
ends up
something.
Off the plate away.
Now that I think about it.
Foul ball, another
I didn't
2-2
need to
upcoming.
foul that pitch away. Perhaps a bit too close. Make it
Just
full on
missed.
Baez, and there have been a lot of full counts already. To Bailey over.
Foul
Top of the
ball,
zone
and
with a
it remains
fastball.
A full count.
Now, I remember setting the start time for the race in iRacing at 7.
Gets a piece.
Again with
and
Baez.
stays alive.
Started that swing way too early.
That one
Missed
misses.
again.
So a leadoff walk.
Javi battles his way to a walk. The second allowed by Bailey over. Down the top of the order again.
Back to the top of the Detroit order. And here's the Tiger leadoff man, Parker Meadows.
Parker with a bloop
Run
single.
scored and a walk. And a foul
Scored a
ball.
run. No, this is Parker.
Tied up here in the early going.
To be honest, I'm not sure. There's going to be somebody. Green's taken. He hasn't scored any points yet. Everybody else, no, not really. Everybody else either walked or struck out or did something. It appears. So you could have Meadows, but I do have to restart his point count. So a -2 of whatever he gets at the end of the day.
Here's your 1. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as
No
well.
ball, 2 strikes.
Ugh. Ground ball. I don't know.
Over to second for one.
Don't know if you want Parker. Oh, he beat out the double play.
It's a fielder's choice.
The left fielder, number
Edward
30,
Julian.
So up next, Kerry Carpenter.
I suppose.
Strikeout victim his first time.
So we're going to put Parker on the move again. Oh, that's a bad jump, but it is a breaking ball. Throw down. Not in time. Both times Parker's gotten on the move. By the way, it'd actually be a -3 off of what Meadows did his first time, because he did steal a base last inning.
Man at second.
And one down the left field line, and fair.
And it stays fair.
Meadows rounds third. He heads home. Carpenter pulls into second base.
Does a great job of letting that runner steal second base.
7 runs in not even a full 2 innings. And not one baseball has left Comerica Park so far today. High in the air to center. Wind could carry this one back a little bit. Not well enough. Carpenter trying to advance to third. He'll be in there.
And he gets to third safely, moving up on the fly out, and there are 2 gone. So now it's
productive out for Riley Green. Now we'll see Torkelson 1 for 1.
Drove in a run his first time through. Just
Ball
missed.
1.
Not good career numbers, but he's already got a hit against Bailey over today.
That one in there across the letters.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Next pitch, not close, up high.
Torque's average back to 275 is just, what a turnaround over about the last month. That one hit hard to center. This one could have a chance. Center field, no. Couple of deep fly balls for the Tigers here late in the second inning. But nothing other than the lone run to come across.
Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers.
Some pretty bad offensive numbers. Twins have already really turned that around so far here against us, but against one of our worst starters.
And a foul
Fouled
ball.
away by Jonah Bride.
Well,
2-3-4 for the Minnesota Twins.
And that makes things more
Down a
challenging
run.
on the defensive side. They're hitting everything thrown at them. Their contact rate is in the low 90s. It's like they know what's
Was there an
coming,
official
and that's
pick,
just
Evo, by the
pretty
way?
ridiculous what they're doing right now. Those numbers
Edward
are
Julian.
well
It sounds
above
like
the Major
Edward
League
Julian.
average.
Foul ball. It
Grounded
stays
foul.
0-2.
Let's take a look. He drove in a run. For the Twins, Byron Buxton would be available, as well as Matt Wallner. So it looks. The 0-2. Ground ball, that's through Torkelson. A lot of seeing eye hits for both teams early on. That's why the run total has been as high as it is.
Against it with 2 strikes right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other.
Here goes the run.
Runner on the move. That didn't matter. Hard hit. They might try. No, they will not try and go to third. Honestly, that might have bit them in the butt right there.
Slider down and away, just stayed down and threw it nicely. It's such an easy pitch to pull off of because you're probably thinking fastball down the middle initially.
That's a rocket.
No outs.
Here's Royce
now
Lewis.
The cleanup hitter for Minnesota, Royce Lewis. And that one fouled off.
They are making contact on just about everything Sawyer's offering.
Top half of inning number 3. And now it's even up.
They've actually had pretty good plate discipline as well. Ground ball to Glaber.
Could be 2.
Bias throw back to first. That's a big double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Pretty much hit it right to him. And with those two routine double plays,
So
automatic.
Now, and here is Matt Wallner.
Matt Wallner 0 for 1.
First time up. Outside low. 1-0. So after the double play, he's trying to pick up his teammate and tie this game. Close, but
2-0.
call the ball. Now 2-0.
Well, Evo's got the umps in the back pocket. Oh my.
And that one
Deep
is
fly
lifted in
ball
the
should
air.
be playable for
Meadows on his
Parker
way
Meadows. Warning track shot for Matt Wallner.
And that's the third
But it
out.
stays in the ballpark, and
Twins wind up
for
stranded at
once,
1. Score holds
a team
at
does not
4-3.
score. Remains 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the third. For as much as that wind's blowing, ball's not carrying today.
Bottom of the inning.
Leading up
Glaber
for
Torres
the
up
Tigers,
to hit.
the second baseman,
Charlie's back
Glaber.
out here for the third, and after the first
Torres.
couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
I'd certainly think Ober allows 2 hits this inning. His day's probably over. Or maybe not, you know. It is only a 1-run game. Your offense has picked you up decently well.
Ball, that's inside.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Ooh. I'm going to assume we flew open on that thing. Not really. I felt like a pretty decent swing on that.
And that's in the
Down
dirt.
low 2
Well,
and
this is a
2.
guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where
Ground
a pitcher
ball,
would rather just give
foul.
up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or
92.
7 pitches on one hitter.
Bullet, but
Hard
right
hit
to
left
shortstop.
Handles, throws
Torres
to first.
is out, one away.
Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
The catcher,
Fastball
number
Maybe
right
this
down the
game
middle.
will start to have
Usually
some
a lot of
pace to
damage
it.
done with that pitch. A hard
Maybe these
grounder,
guys
but
have
he wanted
finally
get that
started
ball
to
in the
settle
air, maybe
in.
drive it into the gap.
Would you know it? Dylan Dingler's 1 for 1.
Dingler in the box now. No balls and a strike.
What a stretch for Dingler right now. And base
Swing
hit
and a
back
ground
up the
ball,
middle.
and that
Dylan
one gets
Dingler
through
does
to
it
center
again.
field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
It's absurd how well we are hitting with Ding.
Wenzel Perez.
So
Now at
we'll
the
see
plate.
Wenzel. He's also 1 for 1.
On
Ground
the
ball,
ground.
that is
That's
luckily
kicks
foul.
foul.
It's an inning-ending double
Measures
play
5
for
feet,
sure.
10 inches.
Curveball just kind of
Hitting
moved in
7th
on us there. It
today's
wasn't the
lineup,
hanger I
and
thought it
he's
was.
usually in center, but today starting in right. Next pitch is outside.
Well, less responsibility for him today, making the move from being the captain of the outfield to moving to right field. So can let his center fielder take those balls.
by 2-1.
Kind of like a little day off.
Pitch count efficiency, not Ben Bailey over strength. Pitch number 60. And one slice down the left field line.
Should be extra bases.
Yet another opposite field hit for the Tigers. We're going to hold Dingler here at
And
third.
he's got a double.
And a double for Wenzel
Difference on
Perez.
the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off
Now
the
we'll
bat.
see Trey
Something to
Sweeney.
improve.
Here comes the manager out of the Twins dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Bailey Ober won't go any
I would
further
not be
tonight,
too
and he
surprised
leaves
if
in a
whoever comes
one-run
out of the
lead.
bullpen is a
The pitcher
left-hander.
coming up. We'll be back in a minute.
Got Sweeney to deal with now, then Baez, but then you get 3 straight left-handers at the top of the order, so
Now pitching for
No.
The bullpen for the Twins,
Number
Aberson
63.
Castellano.
Aberson
So
Castellano.
they're looking for quality pitches out of him
7
right
games
here.
on the
Gotta do
year.
his best to keep the score
ERA's
right
pretty
where it
good.
is.
Higher strikeout rate than
2
Ober
on,
had.
1 out.
But he
Trey
only has
Sweeney
3
up now
pitches.
for the Tigers. Golden opportunity
Right.
right here. Going on. Second and third, 1 away. Here in the last half of the third.
There we go.
In
No.
the dirt, nice job behind the plate. Activity
Had a good
in the
changeup,
bullpen.
and I had no
Simeon
idea what I
Woods
was looking at.
Richardson getting loose out there.
1-1. Missed the
Outside.
outer edge. 2-1.
And that's ball 2.
Nobody on this Twins team
One
throwing
down,
strikes right
runners
now.
at second and third.
3-1.
1 strike.
When you got Baez due up next, you're going to work around Trey Sweeney. Right. I would take your 3-2.
Fastball for a strike.
Then, boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
See what we get. Oh, what a nasty changeup.
That's a strikeout.
Oh,
He's
my
gotta throw
God.
pitch in any count.
Now
3-2. He
batting,
goes off speed.
shortstop,
Gets the out.
And now it's
Baez.
Baez.
Usually,
He reached out a walk his
taking
first
that
time.
3-1 with a bad hitter is a good idea. It backfired there, but regardless. Here's Baez.
And that one is
That's
inside.
inside.
Two
2-0.
balls, no strikes to count.
Love how this guy grinds out at bats. I mean, he's down there at the bottom of the
Baez
lineup
took
in
a
the
walk
9
his
hole,
first
but he's
time that he had to
worked
work
himself in
a
really
lot
good
harder
hitter's count, trying to pick
for.
up a 2-out RBI.
2-0.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike
I couldn't
1.
commit to it. Something about his fastball. Oh,
Swing and
Jesus.
a little roller right side, but that rolls foul.
2 good takes to start the at-bat. A bad take on pitch 3 and a bad swing on the next one. No. Well, it's a little late. Now the ball was stuck on the umpire.
Well, you'll take a
We
run
caught a
if
break.
you get it. And right there, the wild pitch is what made that one happen. No need to
I had
run around as a
second-guessed
runner on
that.
a ball like that.
When we sent the runners, a good bounce off the ad board, and then it comes all the way back, hits the umpire in the foot. Jeffers gets confused, and we're allowed to score a run off that. Full count on Baez. Bouncer, fair ball. What a play at first base to make sure it is just that one run.
Run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left.
Well, an odd end to the
Number
inning.
4.
We'll see
It's
Buxton,
the Tigers
Jeffers,
5,
and
the
Larnach.
Twins 3. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Byron Buxton.
Here's Byron. Uh-oh.
Slapped foul.
The Twins are really not very good at timing up our mistake pitches either.
That one found hard the other way.
I've had a lot of hard hit balls, but almost all of them foul.
And
1
ball
ball,
1.
2 strike.
1-2.
Misses
What?
inside. 2-2.
Okay.
That
Jesus.
foul off to the right side keeps the AB going. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
One of these days, we will end this at bat.
Keeps the at-bat going.
Just
with
not
a foul
right
ball.
now.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these 2 are going head to head. You can see the crowd; they're starting to get into it a little bit.
That
more
could
and
be
more each
trouble.
pitch,
Carpenter
even though there hasn't been a
over
ball
to
in
make
play
the
yet.
play.
Carpenter makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Mason, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
Ryan Jeffers.
Ryan Jeffers. The next
I was starting to
2-2.
doubt if we would
Doubled in his first AB.
ever end that at bat, but finally we did. All it took was leaving a slider up.
In there for strike one. One out, bases
It's
empty.
a thing. Minnesota's hitting the ball hard. Not hard enough to hit home runs, but
Ball, that's off the plate.
they've had some good plate discipline. Nothing's really working for him, though. Yeah.
So now 1-2.
Wow. So safe to say that was terrible. It's
Up the middle.
not going to be a
Baez.
tough play for Baez. Not as
On to
tough as I
first.
initially thought.
2 up, 2 down.
2 away. We just got so accustomed to our infield being so slow
2 outs,
to
bases
react to
empty.
balls
Trevor Larnach. The next
that
time
every
up
ground
again.
ball seems
He
like it's going to be a
scored
tricky
his
play.
first
But
time.
when we have Baez at shortstop, generally, it's been decent. Here's Larnach.
And a swing and a miss.
Good to know that the AI
outs,
can be as
bases
stupid
empty.
as I can.
Swing
Ground
and a
ball.
base hit
Dive
right
from
field.
Torres to no avail.
Hits in a row
For sure.
him here.
Now
He kind of
batting.
rolled over on this
Second
pitch a little bit,
Edward
but he got enough behind it to
Julian.
shoot it through for a knock. And
See Edouard
you'll take
Julian.
that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
RBI, I
Now
believe that
here
came
is
in the second
Edouard
inning.
Julien. First
Ball
offering
one, no
misses
strike.
badly for ball one.
Really going to be a bullpen heavy day for both teams.
And that one
Yeah.
fouled off.
Like, honestly, I could see us going to the pen to start the fifth.
2 outs.
Wow.
Swing and a miss. Gonna count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Farther away. Ground ball
To
right to
third.
Trey. Throw across.
Go on
We'll
to
end the inning.
Torkelson, and that is the inning.
Well, Sawyer Gibson
One
Long,
left for
it's
Minnesota.
not been
They're
clean
still
by
down
any stretch of the
5-3.
imagination, but, you know, it goes back to really what we did yesterday with Dietrich Enns. A lot of hits,
And welcome back
some
to the
runs,
ballpark.
more runs than yesterday,
Parker
but it's worked out.
Meadows.
Here's Parker.
Fought off foul.
Well, these Tigers really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun.
That was
getting a chance
odd
to see 'em go to
contact.
work. They were obviously able to
was a
run
really
the
good
starter
swing.
out of the game in the third, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time
Nope.
to
Missed.
feast.
And that misses.
1-1.
And that's ball one. So
Perhaps.
if they're looking to feast, are you saying they've already got a plate but are looking to go back for seconds?
Yeah, I'd say something like that.
The next pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
Been a fairly fair strike zone tonight. Shouldn't even bring that up because we know what happens here on this next pitch.
Fastball for a strike.
That's a fair strike. You know what? Usually when I bring that up, we get boned on the very next pitch, so fair.
Inside.
Full.
And now 3-2.
He's great getting the ball the other way. And
That
pitch did a
happened to
good
somebody
job
in the
to
majors
straighten him
relatively
up a bit.
recently.
Mission accomplished.
I don't remember if it was like Roki Sasaki or Yamamoto. It was a Dodgers pitcher. And it was we might have to take a look at that if you haven't seen it yet. Whoever it was had an immaculate inning going, and they threw a fastball almost right down the middle, a little bit high, but like it would still be considered middle. And it would have been the 9th pitch of an immaculate inning. As a strike could be. It got called a ball.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Foul ball from Meadows. Went back upstairs. I couldn't believe that. I mean, you see so many bad calls from umpires. I have no idea how he missed that. Oh, you know what? All right. Meadows goes down on strikes.
And up next for Detroit.
I thought that
Kevin
changeup
Carpenter.
would have had more on it. I was just expecting it to break low.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Bases
Carpenter got a
empty, one
slider
away.
down and
We're
in
near the
first
bottom of the
pitch
fourth.
from Castellano. Ground ball.
Hard hit, right side.
You know, of all the people
Gets it
that
to
you would
first.
think that
Already
would be
two
doing the
gone
damage
here
in a
the
day
home.
where the Tigers are scoring a bunch of runs early on, it'd be Kerry Carpenter. Really hasn't been that big of a factor. And neither has Green.
Next offering, popped in the air, right field. Wallner under it.
Dude, Riley might be able to get to damn near second base here. That was in the air that long. Oh, great ball to swing on, and even, you know, just timed it well underneath it. Believe that's the first inning of tonight's game in which we haven't scored.
Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Willie Castro.
I'll tell you what, the White Sox are getting hot. 26 and 56. Maybe they got a chance. Only 20 games out of the wild card. You got 80-some games to go.
Gibson Long back to work. Foul ball there.
All right.
Well, these Twins doing a good job of.
I've seen so many deep fly balls off Twins bats that I'm really just starting to think
every inning, and they've only struck
that
out
maybe
twice,
we should
so they keep finding
get
ways
somebody
to put
else
their bat
in.
on the ball.
So we'll go with Dylan Smith again.
Next offering is in.
Given that for the moment he's our only real hope of a long reliever. Woo! Nasty stuff from Sawyer there.
Mechanics there typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time.
No. Just go on like a 20-game win streak. You're right back in it. Then just play good from that point on.
So digging in, Jonah Bride.
Jonah Bride now. He's had a good day.
Outside corner with that one.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one
I mean, this division
more
kind of
inning,
is ass.
After that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
0-2 on Bride. Right back to Gibson Long.
Tosses
Two-way.
to first, and a couple of quick outs.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, it will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
So two-way,
Here comes
Carlos Correa. He swung a good
he's in
bat
for a
today
strike.
for a
It's
guy
all
that generally doesn't hurt me all that bad. Woo!
Left front there as he swings through it.
Well, welcome
Both of those
back. You're
guys
seeing
are
Sawyer
looking to
Gibson
slump
Long's
regardless
best
of the
inning of
count.
the game.
In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on.
All right,
from game to
fair
game,
enough.
And sometimes from at bat to at bat.
2 down, nobody on.
2 and
And we're at
2.
the top of the 5th.
Oh, man.
And now it's 3 and 2.
Those are 3 really good takes there by Correa.
Got him looking, that's a strikeout. Nothing doing here.
He
for the
flirted with
Twins.
disaster really that whole time. Now, I wasn't
It's 5-3.
expecting to get the benefit of that call, but he took 4 that we get an ump from any time in the last week. They're
Ready to go
strikes.
for the last half of the inning. And now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
Emerson Castellanos still out here.
And the first pitch misses for ball
Facing
1.
Torkelson,
Well, these Tigers
Torres.
putting together some really good at-bats in
and
this game.
Dingler.
There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted
can't
to get
hit
to the
him
starter
hard. We really
early,
can't
get
hit
him out of the
anything
game
hard
before
today.
he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
But hey, by the way, for the in-game White Sox, that is one hell of an accomplishment because they didn't win their 10th game until like May here in franchise, I swear. So great turnaround.
1-1.
Nope, that's
2
off
and
the
1.
plate. Ball 2.
Now one
No,
missed.
so far, not really wanting much to do with Torque. I guess we can't blame him. 1 for 2 today. He's really been hot. Going back to the Athletic series.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Certainly is a good thing we put runs on the board because, my God, we're not hitting much right now.
stays alive.
I feel like we're not off on a lot of these. I mean, these are good, hittable pitches. We're just doing nothing with them. There you go. Right center field, Torkelson. His second hit tonight. Leadoff double here in the fifth.
Easily with a leadoff double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was.
Raise that average even more with Tort's 14th double.
Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Here is Gleyber Torres. He's 0 for 1.
See Gleyber.
That misses, and it's 1-0.
Half expecting that to beat Jeffers there. Castellanos' energy into the yellow, but long relievers, so who knows.
Fastball for a strike.
It is only fair we get some payback. 1-1.
That's off the mark, and it's 2-1. Runner in
Also
scoring
very
position,
fair.
Nobody out. Last half of inning number 5.
Gleyber, line drive to left
Larner
for the first
makes
out.
the play, and there's one down.
One of the hardest hit balls of the day off a Tiger's bat. Right to someone.
Dylan Dingler, the next to hit.
That's okay. We got Dylan Dingler up.
Have battled in this game.
He almost never hits the ball hard, but
got to continue to add runs.
drives in runs.
If you're going to get out of here with a win.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
Pitch that Dingler usually does something with. Ground ball, this time to short.
Zips it
Twins
to
will
first.
retire
2
Dingler
down.
for the first time today, now 2 for 3.
Wenzel
Now
Perez
batting,
up now for the Tigers.
How about this middle to bottom of the order today, though? 2 hits for Dingler. 2 hits for Wenzel. 2 hits for Torkelson.
Not even close there. And that is ball 1.
Woo,
Swing
good change
and a
up.
miss.
It's been his best pitch ever since he came on.
That's off the
get
inside
it.
corner. And it's 2-1.
Fly ball to center. This could drop. No. Oh, and it is Byron Buxton. Back in center. We had misidentified him earlier as Willie Castro. I thought it looked like a number 50 out there, but it is what it is. Tigers do not score again. Remains a 5-3 game. As we will head to the bullpen.
Back here in Detroit. And now Royce Lewis.
Probably not looking to get too much out of Dylan Smith here today.
He's making his 4th appearance of the season.
But he has been fairly good.
Right through there for a strike.
To the point that I wish we could start a game with him, but let's be honest, he's a reliever on the Major League roster, so
that's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
we're probably going to lose
Called strike.
that stamina in a roster update here soon.
That's a base hit. So
That happened.
To start the inning.
Now, we missed our spot badly, but that's a change up, down, and in. Just back up the middle. It missed the strike zone. Here's Matt Wallner.
Now, these guys definitely looking for
Right.
a big swing of the bat right here.
That's the second time.
Gap, but, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's
Fly
Now,
ball.
this ball is well hit.
Carrying
This
a
one's got
bit.
chance.
Still going back. That's Matt Wallner's second warning track shot of the day. Put some good swings on the ball,
Here's the
but
center fielder, Byron Buxton.
nothing has dropped.
Check swing called strike. Strike 1. When you examine Buxton's career trajectory, the thing that really jumps out
There's
the
that eye
speed
yet
and
again.
the defense early on.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's fouled off. with the tying run at the plate, and we're the top half of the sixth.
Do it again with Byron. We'll do it again with Byron Buxton.
Oh, misses.
He wanted it so bad. Chopper Torres to second one, and no chance at the double play. Buxton beats that out.
Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Got the lead runner, though.
Here's the catcher, Ryan Jeffers. 1 for 2.
Ryan Jeffers.
Just missed.
Feels like a big moment. Big at-bat for the Twins with that speed on first base.
In 2021.
Base hit can certainly score somebody, and especially if we put Jeffers on here. Ground ball, cut off, Sweeney. This couple innings, neither the Tigers or Twins can really break through like they were earlier in the game.
The bottom of the sixth. It's the Tigers 5 and the Twins 3.
So we'll have a couple options heading into the 7th inning.
And we're back. Bottom of the sixth.
We could leave Dylan Smith back out there. Let Vest, Holton, and Canely, a combination of those guys, handle the 8th and 9th.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
Trey Sweeney, not really a great showing here in his final game for the time being. 0 for 2, and there have been a lot of whiffs.
And there's a ball. That's to the right. The throw to first.
We had a good timing whiff and a good timing nubber right there with Trey as he drops to 0 for 3.
So here's Baez now.
He'll get at least one more bat before he's sent down. One more at bat before he's sent down to Toledo.
And first offering is fouled off.
I mean, yeah, credit to Castellano here for sure. Probably a reason he's still in the game because he's not letting our offense get much.
One down, base is empty.
Ripped by Baez, foul.
And foul.
Love the play by the ball boy down there, you know, just defying physics a little bit. You know, credit to this man. How did he... There's no netting there. Oh, man. Dude, this is even better. Even better than I thought. That fan's head, either the bald one or the guy behind him, they were dead. Nothing good was happening. But thankfully, that ball boy just saved their life. And it's a bearded ball boy, so let's go. Honestly, feel like the ball boy needs to make a thumbnail after that one.
In the dirt.
I took that, and I have no idea how. That's a ball. I thought for sure we went around.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Up high again. Baez has already walked once today, if not twice. Sitting 0 for 1 right now. He'll walk again.
Right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Now
Second walk of the game for him.
Second walk for
Really
Baez.
patient at the plate.
Top of the order, Parker Meadows against the tired Castellano. That one hit fairly well. Apparently not.
Larnach stays it, and there's 2 away.
Exit velo for us today is just very, very low. Like,
Kerry
it
Carpenter
feels
up now for the
good
Tigers.
off the bat, but then you look at the exit velo and it's just like it's not there.
Swinging a foul out of play.
I guess, but shit, you can blast changeups.
Outside
one on Carpenter.
1-1.
1 for 3. Hit a double earlier tonight. No, still, I mean,
Baez leads off.
you get some of them hanging change-ups, hittable change-ups. You add the exit velo to that.
Swing and a
Second
miss.
strikeout of the
He
night for
struck him
Carpenter.
out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, we'll be happy to see Castellano leave. That is for damn sure. He is
We go to the top of the
stopped
seventh.
us right in our tracks this series. Trevor Larnach, 2 for 2.
First
Both of
pitch,
those
and he
hits
just
against
misses.
Sawyer Gibson Long.
And another ball.
2-0. We will warm up bullpen action. Give me Brant Herter and Brennan Hannafy. It's a tight game. We're getting late. Go to those guys.
Pitch misses.
Wow.
3-0.
Oh, my.
And there's ball 4.
outside.
And
Ball
that'll
4.
bring the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, tying run to the
So
plate.
next,
That's outstanding.
Edouard Julien.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1.
Now this team
Tigers
is
could
definitely
be in
looking
some
for a
trouble
big swing
here.
of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find
Hate
a
to
way
put the leadoff
manufacture
runner
that
on
run
like
from
that.
first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Sprayed foul again.
Tying run at the plate. Spoils the 2 strikes.
A lot of
Next, you'll see
souvenirs
another.
being given away here by the Twins.
Battling here as he fouls it
Got a
away.
piece of that one, too.
The tying run at the plate. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again.
Eventually, something will happen.
Just
No!
off the outside
What?
edge. And the count is 2-2.
That's when you always want as a pitcher, down at the knees, and it looked to me like he's barking. That's a strike.
You
Doesn't change the call,
are
but sometimes
kidding
it
me.
helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
Just off the outside edge.
On this count,
Couldn't give me the makeup there, huh?
Speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play.
Carrying Perez
Right
going
field,
back.
well struck,
They
and he
do
brings
not
it in on
get
the warning track.
any benefit from
That's just a
that.
really nice catch on the run right there. Save extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Yeah, we just wired
And
some
next
money
is
to the umps
designated hitter,
mid-game.
Willie Castro, 1 for 3.
Dylan Smith had an inning that you just can't believe.
That's off the mark. 1-0.
Way to lay off that pitch.
Well, it's
down.
pretty much just going to empty the tank here with Dylan. Give him a couple days off, recover.
And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Citrus Ghost, I hope you won't be disappointed. I really like that one.
Slice the other way and foul.
I don't know how that ball's not in the
With
stands,
the
to be
tying
honest.
run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7.
That
one the
one,
other way.
left field. Carpenter let it
Down,
drop.
base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and
Might
second
have to
with
bring
only one
in
away.
Well, that was
whoever's
going to
make the most sense between Hannafy and Herter.
Challenge. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great.
That would
work.
be Brennan Hannafy.
Huge at bat in this game coming up.
He's ready to come into the
And
game
comes
here,
the
so
Tigers manager to the mound. Pitch.
unfortunate that that ended that way, but
Gets the ball now.
Number
These are the
75.
spots relievers.
I mean, it all went wrong when he had a 2-0 count in the inning. He threw a guaranteed strike, got called a ball.
But at the same time,
Had the next guy out pitches earlier, and that bat was allowed to extend.
At the plate, Jonah Bride. And that's in there for strike 1.
Strike in there from Hannafy. Line drive, Sweeney on to Torres to first. Brennan Hannafy with a double play.
2 outs
out of the bullpen.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play.
Tigers get out of it again.
And that's the way to end
We're getting out hit right now. But that first column, the only one we care about.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the
Bring
bottom
on
of the
Cole
seventh.
Sands for the Minnesota
Just trying to keep
Twins.
this one close here, and this is where a
46th
bullpen can give
game
their
this
players
year,
a chance to
so a
fight
lot
back into the
larger
game.
sample
3, 4,
size.
5 due up for the home team.
Good 5-pitch
Riley
repertoire.
Green
That is a
up now
repertoire
for
that
the
can be
Tigers.
really troublesome.
That's in for a strike.
Especially if he's going to do that.
And that's outside. And the count even 1-1.
Godspeed. We're going to try. We don't usually do too well in these close games late, but we'll try.
And that's pushed foul off to the
Fastball.
left and out of play.
Lane on it. Riley Green hitless today. Had some good swings, though.
Swing and a
Not on
miss.
that.
Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Well, pitchers have
They
become
say
so much
chase the
better at
fastball
commanding
all
that
you
high
want.
Fastball. It used to be that
right at the
pitchers
top of the
didn't
zone,
like to
so-
throw it because it threw off their release
Especially
point
with
and
how
their
the umpires have
mechanics,
been the last
and
couple
they're
innings.
aimed at keeping
Have
everything
to.
at the knees, get ground balls, but because hitters get a
Torque,
swing-
another one. Deep center field. Will this one go? It's another warning track shot here in this game.
Well, I didn't think he got it off the bat, but the wind
Now
made it a lot more
second
interesting
baseman,
than expected. Nice job of the center
My
fielder.
goodness, what is
Back to
happening
the
here
warning
today?
track. Man,
Ball is not carrying here in Detroit.
Torres stands in now and watches strike 1.
some hitters are just more confident if they can track that
Wind
first pitch out of the
out
hand of
to
the pitcher.
straightaway
They don't care if they
center.
fall behind.
And it's about a 10-mile-an-hour breeze, so wow.
And it's fouled away.
I'm shocked. Really, I mean, and it's been for both teams. I mean, look at Wallner. 2 warning track shots. Tigers have at least 3.
And down on strikes he goes.
Gutter's a problem.
And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3.
Torres
Nothing
strikes
doing for
out.
the offense
Quick
that
work for
time.
Cole
8th
Sands.
inning coming up. It's the Tigers 5. And
I guess we'll send Brennan
welcome
Hannafy back out
as we
here.
take a look at their upcoming
the
schedule.
Carlos Correa.
Minnesota Min Twins. Sure. 2 pitches for Hannafy. And we do not have Vest up yet, so he will warm up. Here's Correa.
That's the
First
third
pitch, chopper,
swing.
Trey Sweeney.
Tosses to first.
Played a good
It's
third base for
first out to
a guy
begin
that
the
really
8th.
doesn't play over
Here's
there
Royce Lewis.
very
Those plays
often.
can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
That one down the line.
Talked about
and
that
that's
problem
just
earlier.
Foul.
They have really missed some mistakes.
Swing and a foul back.
That's
and
a good
out of play.
fastball.
The Twins
from
down
Hannafy.
by a pair, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Here goes nothing. Swing and a miss. Hannafy got him chasing.
A slider, and there's 2 gone. 2 down, bases empty, and now the right
Matt
fielder,
Wallner.
Matt Wallner. Pitch misses outside. Ball 1.
Can we get some more attendance here at Comerica Park, please? That's trouble.
And that's a
Wallner
fair
down the
ball.
left field line.
Makes the turn and
Into the
heads for
corner. 2 out
that's a
double
double.
here off Hannafy. All right,
Sure
who do we
feels
got
really
coming
good
up
about
next?
that one. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way.
All right,
Didn't
we got
keep jumping,
Buxton.
didn't
We'll
try
let
to pull
Hannafy
the
pitch
ball.
to
He
Buxton.
Let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Now that sets
How
up a
he
huge
pulled
at
that,
bat in this ball
not
game.
sure I'll ever know.
Next one misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
Ground ball. Torres missed it.
Smoke through the infield.
Perez throw off the.
Line, and he scores.
Offline, and it is 5-4.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across.
Fastball down and in, not even a bad pitch from Hannafy.
He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking.
Bring on Will Vest.
The Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming.
Here it
Brandon
comes.
Hannafy is done, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitch. On the mound now, Will Vest.
Look at the numbers for Will Vest. Strikeout rate, incredible. But when he's not striking guys out, oh boy, has it been bad.
Next to hit, Ryan Jeffers. And a first
Just felt like something has been off with him for some time now.
Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best
Good
to
start.
get in the scoring position.
2 outs.
Slider got him. 3 pitches in the 8th for Will Vest. Stops the bleeding, but it is a 1-run game.
It's down to 1 at 5-4.
4 runs on 11 hits for the Twins, 5 on 8. And we haven't gotten a hit in a while for the Tigers here.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Yohan Duran.
Minnesota wants this one bad. They're bringing in Duran. Well,
Now here's the Detroit
there we go.
Dylan Dingler.
Slapped it. Whoa, bobbled at first base, but
And it's
oh, man.
time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still
I'm
get
going to
the
warm up Tommy Kahnle,
Next up for
but
the Tigers, Wenzel Perez.
I think I'm going to let Will Vest handle the 9th. Those 3 pitches he threw in the 8th, very, very good.
That one fouled
Fouled
off.
away by Wenzel, 101.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
They say,
No balls, 2 strikes.
I think we dodged facing Duran the entire time we played the Twins the first time around in April. Oh, man.
on the inside corner for called strike 3.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there.
Well, here it is, final at bat.
Coming from that opposite arm
For the
angle,
moment,
so
for
I
Trey
gotta think
Sweeney.
He was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And first offering is fouled off.
A little bit behind that. See if he goes back to it. I doubt it. Bullet for Trey Sweeney. How about it? I was thinking splitter. We got the splitter. Trey Sweeney gonna go out with a hit at
Now it's
least.
Javier Baez.
2 away for Baez.
First
A
pitch
bye.
misses.
Now this is a little big here early on, especially if Baez can have a bit of a battle, or this inning extends on Duran. Might be unavailable tomorrow or the next day.
Swing and a miss. That one at 1-0-1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
That
Yep.
one finds the zone. That's strike
You don't have
2.
time to think against guys like this. You really don't.
The shortstop
2-2
takes
here
the
on
ball.
Baez. Hardly going to make a dent in his stamina, although he didn't come in fresh as it was, so who knows?
The 2-2. And that one
Take it
missing.
full.
low.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in
Parker
motion,
Meadows
so
due up
something in
next.
The gap should definitely score it.
All fastball. No, not all fastballs. One curveball to Baez.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Got us
The
the
high
chase.
heat, too much on that one. So
Did he?
no
I don't
runs
think
here
he
to
threw us a real
base.
strike.
No errors and one left.
In that at bat.
Coming up, it's the Tigers 5 and the Twins 4. And welcome back to the
Leading off for the
ballpark.
Twins.
Here's
8,
the left
9,
fielder,
and
Trevor
1.
Larnach.
Trevor.
We'll face Will Vest.
And he takes a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready.
Home
to
runs
jump on
have
the
been a
first
problem
straight.
for
And he got
Will
one right there, but
really
put
over the
bat
last
on his
month.
shoulder.
maybe even month plus.
Strike two.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then
Changeup will miss.
Hard to get the barrel to it.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Don't complain so early on. 7 pitches in.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And a
Twins
foul
doing
ball
what they've
stays
done
alive.
all game long. Back up the middle, a base hit. Battled and battled did Larnach. Tying run is on.
Perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count,
Pinch
the more
runner as
comfortable
well.
he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And they're expecting
So
a bunt.
Edouard Julien.
Pinch runner doesn't have great speed, though.
Bunts in
Popped
the
up.
air.
It's going to be caught by Torkelson. Nobody to cover the bag at first.
And there's one down.
Otherwise, chance at a double play. But that's why we threw the elevated fastball in that spot.
Willie Castro.
Here's Willie Castro.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Swing and a miss, 97.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
2-1.
2-1.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far.
Popped up, foul territory.
And a pop-up, right side.
Will
foul
Vest will
territory.
be an out away.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
The Twins down
2
the
for
final
4
out.
is
Now
Jonah
the number
Bride.
2 hitter, Jonah Bride.
Oy.
That one's in there. That's strike 1.
Well,
Put that in the bag. Don't throw that again.
Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love
In
it,
there,
he's not
strike
gonna
2.
swing that early in the count.
1 strike away.
Foul it off. A bit too much air underneath the slider.
And that one misses up and
That's our
in.
spot there on
Now
that.
1-2.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep
That's
the
a bullet back up the middle. I don't get it with this Twins team.
Run is on base.
On pitches down and in. They've hit so many of them just right back up the middle.
I know it's got the dugout fired up
With
down
power,
there.
too. I mean, they're crazy.
Comes up with a hit to keep the
3-hole
game
hitter,
alive.
Carlos
It ain't over yet.
Correa.
Well, now here's Carlos Correa with a
Oh,
chance
boy.
to hit. And that drops in for a strike.
Correa 1 for 4.
Now 1-1.
Has turned into a little bit of a mess for Will Vest. Oh, my.
Down the line, and it's foul.
2 strikes, 2 outs. Launch
Gets a piece
foul.
And stays alive.
You know what he's looking for. Nubber foul.
And it's
Was picked
just
by
foul.
Sweeney
That
anyway.
was close.
Oh my God, this team!
Now 2-2.
How do they do it? That's trouble.
Belted. That one
And all that work for Will
one
Vest.
outs off the wall.
And it
So
has
the
happened
extra bases.
again.
1 runs in. A second scores as well, and in the ninth,
Down to their
they take
final
the lead.
strike.
Gotta be feeling great
The
about
Minnesota
that double.
Twins have
Spot
taken
and
the
he
lead.
drives in two. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that,
Man, and we were feeling good about what we did with Will too.
You'll feel real good about that one.
Royce Lewis.
And now it's
getting ready
Lewis.
to hit. That one's in there. That's strike
Jump
1.
feels bad.
Back and forth we go. A seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Next offer.
Maybe
he's in
so
for a
does
strike.
Royce Lewis.
Ball 1 there. Just off the inside corner. The count now 2-2.
Inning was over. He
In the
did
dirt, but
not
kept
go.
close.
Unreal.
And
It's a walk.
4-2 aboard.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Matt Wallner, Brant Herter's still up. We don't have another
Manager out of the
choice.
dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. The pitcher on here, Brant Herter.
Bring on Brant Herter to get one out.
So he's starting to log a decent amount of work this year.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Up the
Little nubber. Odd one for Glaber.
Gets it to first.
We head to the bottom of the ninth as Will Vest has done it.
Carlos
Again.
Correa with the key hit this inning. It's tight.
We're going to have to go back and take a look at what Will Vest's save numbers are. He's not listed as a closer, so we don't get him every time he comes on.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Griffin Jacks.
Griffin Jacks will face the top of the order, though.
We see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included.
98 mile an hour gas.
Get himself a save.
And that one is inside ball one.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
I saw that thing start to come down a little bit, I thought.
Fastball right there, just couldn't catch up.
1-2.
One-run game, bottom nine.
Chased it.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the
And down goes Meadows. Loop single all the way back in the first. Nothing else for Parker.
Still in the strike zone can be tough for hitters to get on top.
Now you go to Carpenter. Hasn't been a factor much.
And fouled off.
And a change up top of the zone. Put a good swing on it. Fouled off.
Team trying to pull it out.
At once, trouble. Carry Carpenter. Left center field. One out double for Carp, his second of the night.
Is into scoring position. Well, Singy,
We'll see what Riley Green can do.
Well, he's really slowed the game down.
21st double of the year for Carpenter. He does trail this man, Riley Green, for the team lead. Strikeout, 2 flyouts, and a pop-out on the night for Riley.
Green.
Take that.
Now. Take strike one.
Looking for a breaking mistake that we can do damage with. End this thing so we don't even have to go to extras.
Get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch.
High in the air.
This one in the air, center field.
Carpenter should be able to get up to third, barring an absolute rope from Byron Buxton, of which it is not.
Now 2 away.
That's an 0 for on the day for Riley Green.
We
got the sweeper there. Torkelson's had a nice night, though, and he's the final chance for Detroit.
And that
misses low.
Ball one.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the
352 on the year with runners in scoring position.
When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but
Damn
this
it.
is where they earn their keep.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike
Some
one.
deceptiveness in what Jax throws. I feel like his fastball has break.
Swinging at pitches in that location.
And that's off the inside edge.
Be 3-0 if we weren't dumb.
The tying run is 90 feet away.
Oh.
Swing called strike.
Tigers now down to their final strike.
This could end it.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss, and that's the
We have done it again.
Ball game, this team had to battle with that 10th
Story
man.
of the month of
Those fans
June.
making a lot of noise, but they took the lead in the 9th inning, quieted things down, and were able to get those final 3 outs in the bottom half as well.
Bring
Just
Canely,
a very
Vester,
well-executed ball
Holton
game.
out in the 9th, 8th or 9th. Guess what? You're fucked. I don't get it. I'll never understand it. Twins win the opener. It's the first time they beat us this year in a 6-5 final score.